All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Robert. Robert say no sound. I don't know why. I know why. Because I'm sitting here watching and listening to Wyatt. And I have this in one ear. I can hear me. I can hear me. And I can kind of hear Wyatt out of this ear. And so I get caught up. So I'm gonna have to start turning Wyatt off before I go live. So my bad. My bad. But I'm here. Come on in. Price of admission is just say hi. Tell me where you're checking me out from. Of course, I'm checking out Wyatt as he wraps up his show. As he wraps up his show. But welcome, welcome. I'm with you until. See, I don't know what y'all heard and what y'all didn't hear. I'm with y'all until 5 o'clock. Earlier I said 3 o'clock. It was a flashback to the Buzz days. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. But come on in, say hello. Let's get to it and roll. I'll just say hi to Robert Willis. He the one told me I didn't have the sound on. The sound is on now. Hello, Robert. We got Sierra. Sierra in the house. Good afternoon. Checking in from Boston. Karen. Karen, good afternoon. Checking in from Westwood. Good afternoon, Karen. Terry. Terry checking us out. Good afternoon from downtown. We got Quintano in the house. Quintano checking us out. Good afternoon, Quintano. Good afternoon, Regina. Regina, good afternoon. We got SOT Soldier. What's up? What's up? Thank you for joining the show. Miss Pittsburgh in the house. Good afternoon, Miss Pittsburgh. We got Nikki. Nikki in the house. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Quintano says he checking in from Avondale. You can't beat that. Avondale in the house. You might be right around the corner for all I know. Carolyn. Carolyn, good afternoon, Carolyn. Good afternoon. We got Mary. Mary, who very rarely checks out the show. So, we blessed when Mary joins us. We blessed when Mary joins us. Good afternoon, Mary. We got Dwayne. Dwayne in the house. Mount Airy checking us out. Miss Pittsburgh said Wyatt showing the video Black Trump supporters. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. We got Raven Mundy, a celebrity. We got a celebrity in the house. All right. She said she's checking us out from the parking lot of UC Health. All right. All right. Got Regina Moss. Regina Moss says she's at work. Well, that's all right. Now, we going to help you make it through. If you get off at 5, we going to help you make it through the next. Well, we might only help you make it through like the next hour. Because, of course, as usual, no show prep, which is not a good thing. Like, I'm not saying it like it's good. I'm saying it like it's my life right now. I watch the news, all that kind of stuff. But when I get up in the morning, I do some stuff around the house. Lately, I've been trying to get on the treadmill to watch the news. Then I leave. I go to this other job that I'm doing, prepping for September 23rd in Jacksonville, Florida. We'll get into Jacksonville. And so I do a lot of stuff. I leave there, and as soon as I leave there, I drive here. And then as soon as I get here, I had to get the lights on and all of that, get everything set up. And then I go on. So I don't have time to, do show prep like I want to. But, yeah. I got about maybe an hour in me. I feel a good hour in me. So if y'all don't have nothing to say, then, yeah, this might end up being a short show. Let me minute. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. No, I meant to do that. But Regina, good afternoon. Because you're at work, I'm going to make it last until 5 o'clock. All right. Myosha in the house. Good afternoon, Myosha in Avondale. Can't beat that. Sabrina, my actual sister in the house, checking us out from Kentucky. Because I feel like we all family. But, she's like actual blood family. Good afternoon. We got Brent. Brent checking us out from Dallas, Texas. Good afternoon, Brent. We got Anthony. Anthony checking us out from The Wood. Anthony, good afternoon. Veronica checking us out from College Hill. All right. Terry says, hey, from Avondale. We got Kevin. Kevin in the house. Checking in from Ursuline Academy in Blue Ash, picking up your daughter from school. Why you sending her to, St. Ursuline Academy, man? Send her to, what's the school over there? Hughes or Withrow or wherever. Nah, I'm just playing. You send your kids wherever you want to send them. I'm just being silly. Um, you don't like the scrolling periodic table? It's like the science, because this is an experiment. So it's like the science of the, and have more. And I wanted a motion background this time. I guess I could have slowed it down a little bit, but it's up there now. We got Dion. Dion checking in from Madisonville in the house. Is it Dion? Am I reading that right? Hold on, I can't see it over there. Darren. I'm sorry, Darren. Good afternoon, checking in from Madville. All right. We got Scott. Scott checking us out from Winton Place. All right, Scott. We got Mary. Mary in the house. Checking us out from White Oak. White Oak. They have like little festivals and stuff over there in White Oak. And when I drive by, because I've thought about going, and I'm one of them people, like, forgive me, it's because somebody watching this that never watches the show, has no idea who this dude is with the green stuff scrolling behind him, giving him vertigo. Sometimes when I go to events, can I be transparent for just a moment? Sometimes when I think about going to events or when I go to events, and it seemed like a whole, trying to think of how to say it so that it don't sound as bad. If I see a whole lot of white people that look like a certain type of white people, I'm hesitant to go. Is that wrong of me? Them people probably ain't gonna do nothing to me. They don't look at me and not pay any attention to the little black dot walking around. But they look like a certain type. I'm not all that comfortable. If it was me and a lot of people, then maybe. How I got there from White Oak. But anyway. We got Chelsea. Chelsea from Northeast Ohio. I'm gonna get an invitation one of these days to come up to the sprawling. It ain't a mansion. I don't want to oversell it. She don't live in a mansion, but she living good. And I've never been invited. Good afternoon, Chelsea. We got Andrea from the downtown office. Good afternoon, Andrea McConnell. Waiting to leave Fairfield and hit the gym. You trying to mock me? That's what you're trying to do? You trying to make me feel ashamed? I think you might have succeeded. I feel ashamed. Had to do something about it. Good afternoon, McConnell. Sierra says the scrolling periodic table is giving conspiracy theory vibes. We got Phyllis in the house. Phyllis from Kemp, Washington. All right. Good afternoon, Phyllis. Kevin says not St. Ursuline, just Ursuline Academy. I don't know. I didn't know there was a difference. So I'll show you what I know. But your kids go wherever they want to go. LaDonna in the house. Good afternoon, LaDonna from East Price Hill. Vicky say we're getting dizzy. Focus on me, not the background. Block it out. We got Tabitha in the house. Tabitha checking us out from the West End, or what's left of it, she says. We got Pamela Kinney in the house, checking in from North Avondale. All right. Mary says, I don't attend them. Okay. Talking about the festivals in White Oak. Festivals in White Oak. I'm going to take the little baby over there. Even though I had to say this, no, we're going to talk about one or two serious topics today. But it's Monday. Again, I'm not prepped. I don't have any prep. So hold on, before I do that, let me ask a question. For real. Is the background throwing y'all off? The movement? Is the movement on the background throwing y'all off for real? Because if it is, I'll fix it. I'll change it to something static. I think it might just be moving too fast. But if it really is messing y'all up, I'll change it. So that people are saying yes, yes. Two yeses won't get it. Keisha says no. John says, what's up? Westchester in the building. What's up, John? The background is a little much. I don't think it's a little much. Yeah, it's a little much. We got a nope. I'm watching you for you. We got some no's. Good effort, but it's a bit distracting. It's hypnotizing people. It's a little funky. It's distracting. You don't like it. All right, I'll change it. I'm a rotate backgrounds, but for y'all, I'll go back to the regular background. It's not moving. Hopefully it don't distract y'all. It's a lot of stuff going on back there. It's a lot of stuff going on. Got a spaceship, a computer screen, a light bulb over there. Don't be distracted. No, I don't mind changing it. LaDonna says, where's White Oak? How would White Oak is up there. Like if you go on 471, you get off on North Bend and you make a left, keep going down there, you're gonna run into White Oak. You're gonna run into White Oak. Mary says, "What color am I, E-Man?" But I was asking, with regard to, and this is almost like a totally different subject. I love amusement park rides. Like I'm a roller coaster dude, even though might get into that a little bit. But I used to love everything. You take me to Kings Island or whatever, man, I'm almost in heaven. I'm a little older now. So now I can't ride rides that spin around. I get dizzy and nauseous. And I don't want to be walking around Kings Island feeling like I'm about to throw up. So I can't ride rides no more that just spin around. Like the Monster. I don't know if y'all know these rides. Their names might have changed. But like the Monster, the black ride with the yellow lights, with the, the things go up and down, look like kind of tentacles or whatever. Can't ride that no more because it's just spinning. It used to be called the Shake, Rattle, and Roll. I'm not even sure if it's there anymore. But it's just you in like a car and it's just spinning and you can, it'll swing you up and it takes you around and around and around. I can't ride that no more. Scrambler, I can't ride the Scrambler no more. Anything that just spins, I can't ride it. No, the Scrambler and the Monster are two different things. Chelsea. Scrambler and the Monster are two different things. But yeah, I can't ride spinning rides anymore. Too old for that. And I think I'm too paranoid for some of these roller coasters. Like, what is the if it's got something that comes over my chest, I'm cool with it because I feel like I got something I can hold on to. In my mind, I always ride rides thinking, what if the worst happens? I know this sounds crazy, but I ride rides thinking, what if the worst happens? So if something fails with this lock and the thing try to go up, I feel like I can hold it. I can hold it and stay in the car. But like the Vortex and what's the new one? Orion. First, two of the most amazing roller coasters I've ever ridden in my life. Two of the most amazing roller coasters I've ever ridden in my life. But I don't trust their restraints. The restraint is just this little thing that comes down and sits on your lap. And it locks in. And it locks you in. But what if something happened to the locking mechanism and that restraint is loose? You can't hold on to that to hold you in. You just, if you try holding on to that, boom, you gone. It's over. It's over. And I don't do myself any favors because I watch these things where amusement park rides go wrong. I watch videos where amusement park rides go wrong, and one of the things that happens from time to time is the locking mechanism on roller coasters fail. And some people have been killed because the locking mechanism failed. The thing on their lap came up, and now they just sitting basically in a bicycle seat, but 300 feet in the air, about to go down this steep hill. It's over for you. So it's certain stuff that I can't, I won't ride those anymore. I won't ride those anymore. But I really don't trust fair rides. Like, so-and-so, they having this fair. And I used to love fair rides. I just don't trust that they're taking good care of them. I've seen too many. And look, I understand that just because you see it, you watch a video of it somewhere, doesn't mean it's going to happen to you. For every one time that ride, the cars fall off and kill 20 people, that ride has probably been ridden 100,000 times, if not more. And then the one day that, 3 of the cars fall off and kill 20 people, is that fair to be like, I'm not going to ride that no more? I don't know. But I'm not going to ride that no more. I'm not going to ride that. Maybe. But I have to take the little baby to some of these little carnivals. I have to take her to some of these little carnivals. But I don't trust those fair rides or those little carnival rides. I don't trust them. I just don't trust them. Again, man, I love me a roller coaster. I remember my daughter, for whatever reason, she's almost 30 years old. She still don't believe that we used to stand up on roller coasters. They didn't have them bars that lock you in. It was just a little thing that you hold on to. And every time we go up, and I say, you see the sign like on the Racer or on the Beast, and the sign says, do not stand, keep hands in car, all that kind of stuff. And why they got that up there, Dad? And I say, because we used to stand up on the ride. Like, we never paid any attention to the signs, but they put the signs up, I guess, to cover themselves. But yeah, we used to stand up. And because she's locked in, she like, how can you stand up? I'm like, they didn't used to have this. It was just a bar that you hold on to. And yeah, we used to stand up, hands in the air, and ride the rides. That's how we used to get down. No, y'all didn't. Yes, we did. Those rides I can take. The old school rides, you give me the Beast, I take the Beast. It's rough. It's rough. You might get a mild concussion on it, but it'll still be fun. The Racer is still a little fun. Still a little fun. I can take those. I rode that Son of Beast, and legit, I'm convinced I had a concussion. It was the first ride that I rode that day when I went to Kings Island, because it was relatively new. It was relatively new. So it was the first ride that I rode. And oh my God, after the ride, it was the only ride I rode. I had the worst headache. I was nauseous. I was getting dizzy. I kept having to stop and sit down. And eventually I was like, we're leaving. We're leaving. And I had some younger people with me, and they was like, well, why are we leaving? Why are we leaving? And I was like, I tried to stay so that y'all could ride stuff, but I can't. I'm dizzy. I'm nauseous. I feel like I'm about to throw up. I got to go to the bathroom. I can't focus. It's like, we got to go. We'll come back another day. But yeah, that son of beast. Oh, if you think the beast is rough, the son of beast took it to a whole nother level. But y'all know that. Y'all know that. We all read the news reports, and I know probably a few of y'all experienced it yourselves. And I rode it before they took the loop out. So I rode it with the loop. Oh my God. Oh, it was the roughest thing ever. It was the roughest thing ever. For real, I've never just ridden one ride at Kings Island. I can't ride the what's the pendulum thing that swing back and forth? It's a big wheel and it spins as it swing back and forth. What's that one? And everybody sit in the seat and it fun, super fun ride. Super fun ride. But because it spins, I can't get with it no more. What's the name of that ride? Delirium. Yes. Can't ride Delirium no more. Can't do it. Because it's spin around. I'm old now. I'm officially old. Tabitha says the Viking. No, I can still ride the Viking. And I will only ride it. I will only ride it in either the very last or the next one to us. Or the next one to last. Either the very last or the second to last row. I won't ride it in the middle. I won't ride it in the middle. I told you I had an experience with that. It was horrible. But not only that, you don't get much out of it. You don't get much out of it. Myosha has a mental issue. It's not a good ride if I don't believe I'll die on it. That's what makes it fun. No, it's the thrill that makes it fun. Even though I do have to say this, and it's something I'm working on, y'all. It's something I'm working on. I'm trying to be more sensitive. All right? Hold on. I'm trying to type and talk, and y'all know I can't do. Is this it? Hold on. I'm trying to see something. I think this is it. Let me see if this is it before I put it on the screen. I don't need to see that. I got to get one of them things that block commercials on YouTube. Just show me I'm pretty sure this is it. I'm sorry. I'm looking at a video over here. I'm going to show y'all in a minute. That's it. It is such a terrible video. It is terrible. And I'm working on being sensitive. I promise y'all, I am working on being sensitive. There is nothing funny about this video whatsoever. Yeah, part of it is I have a condition. And part of it is, I'm trying to be more sensitive. Oh, hold on, let me see. Hold on, let me see if I can pull this up. Let me move me. And do we go here? I know some of y'all done seen this video. And there is nothing funny about this video. Nothing. That is not. That is not funny at all. That is not funny at all. Uh, and in my mind, I think about that. In my mind, I think about that when I'm riding some of these rides. Why did they show the close up? That is not. Oh my God, that is so not funny. What is wrong with y'all? Oh my God. Whew. I'm trying to be more sensitive. So I can't really do a lot of amusement park rides. Oh boy. That is not. That is not funny. Whew. All right. Oh, somebody mad. You wouldn't be laughing if you was on that ride. No, I would not. I would not be laughing if I was on that ride. Ooh, oh my goodness. That is not. But why did they show a close up? Oh, do you really need a close up of that? Oh boy. What happened to the brakes? They supposed to stop. Ooh. Oh boy. It is supposed to stop. Last time I checked. Last time I checked. It's supposed to stop. People had to go to the hospital. That is not. What is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all? Whew. So yeah, I cannot. I cannot ride everything anymore. I cannot ride everything anymore. No, nobody died. Nobody died. Raven wanted to know. That's crazy. Did somebody die? Nobody died. Oh, it is terrible. It is horrible. It's awful. It's the person. It's the person right there. Whatever the person was in the white. They didn't know to put their hands down. They didn't know to put their hands down. That is so not fun. Stop. I'm not playing that no more. Stop asking me. Stop asking me to play that. Whew. Oh, that's horrible. I was in India. Maybe they don't have the same safety precautions and stuff that we have here in America. But I'm not trusting it either way. I'm not trusting it. Mm-mm. So yeah, if I don't feel comfortable with the like I said on the Vortex, I can't ride it. Not the Vortex. Diamondback. On Diamondback and on Orion, can't ride those no more. And they are amazing roller coasters. They just need to go back to conventional. Conventional. It's a little gnat. How are gnats getting in? And he keep bothering me. It's just a little gnat. How's he getting in? I get him. Cause he landed on my arm. But yeah, now I got to take the little baby. I got to take the little baby and take her to a carnival. But we'll ride something reasonable. Something reasonable. We'll ride something reasonable. But anyway, how is everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing good. I hope everybody's doing good. Raven, are you trying to get banned from the show? Is that what you're trying to do? Like, is that your goal? Just because you're a celebrity, you think you can come in here and just say anything? The Diamondback is not overrated. That's a hell of a roller coaster. It's a hell of a roller coaster. And Orion is even better. Now that one, what's the other one where everybody's in a line and it's you under the track, the witch one? I can't remember what, Banshee. That one is not good. That one is not good. But Diamondback is a good roller coaster. It's a good roller coaster. All right. Let's get to something else. Did you say Flight of Fear? Flight of Fear is your favorite? What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Flight of Fear is almost as rough as The Beast. It's almost as rough as The Beast. Like, I like the launch. But then other than that, it's just spinning you. And because it helps a little bit now that they turn the lights on inside. It's not like lit, but you got lights coming up so you can see what's happening before it happens. But when it was like in almost pitch black, you couldn't see those sharp turns. Man, you could get a concussion on that. You could get I'm sorry, I gotta. My nose is running. That laughing. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. So yeah, I just can't get with that. Janice, is she tired yet of you calling her little baby? She been tired of that. She been asked me not to do that or told me not to do that. I'm not a little baby. I'm not a baby anymore. I'm 3. I'm not a baby anymore. I'm 4. I'm not a baby anymore. I'm 5. Now I'm not a baby anymore. I'm about to be 6. I told her, until the day that I die, you will be a little baby to me. So just deal with it. But then I called her by her name and she looked at me like I was crazy. Like, huh? Who you talking to? You, that's your name. Why didn't you call me little baby? She said you didn't want me to call you that no more. And she gave me kind of a little sad look. And so I was like, all right, well, come here, little baby. And then she was happy again. So, yeah, she been tired of it. Daryl says they tore down his favorite roller coaster, which was Firehawk. Hold on, which one is Firehawk? Is that the one where you lay down and then it flip you over and you go around? That one was just okay. That one was just okay. Yeah. It was not amazing. It wasn't amazing. What makes something, look, we're going to get to the dude in Jacksonville. We're going to talk about it. But, before we get to that, what makes something y'all favorite roller coaster? Like, I don't understand that. Y'all don't like, here, I'll tell you what I like. Good steep hills and airtime. Hills and airtime. That makes for a good roller coaster. Spins, loops, inversions, all that stuff. Corkscrews. No, none of that stuff really does anything for me at all. Speed, hills, and airtime. That's what makes a good roller coaster. Now, if they could take the launch from what is it, the Flight of Fear or whatever whatever it is. If they could take that launch and add it to a regular roller coaster, oh my goodness, that would be amazing. I imagine they can't do that. That would shoot that thing off of a hill. That would be terrible for everybody. But I tell you about Orion. You know how when you get on a roller coaster and you start going up the hill and then the things start going slow, click, 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 click. And you got all this anticipation about getting up to the top of the hill. Can I tell you on Orion, they get you there. Ain't none of that click, 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 click. You start going. And you like, hold on, are we going to slow down? We almost there. Why are we going so fast? Are we going to slow down? And no, you don't slow down. They get you up there and down that hill. Loved it. Except they got that little waist thing. And of course, I was thinking, oh my God, if this waist thing fail, I'm going to die. If this waist thing fail, I'm going to die. But let me, on that, if you haven't ridden Orion and you don't have a problem with that particular restraint, which I believe is probably very safe. We haven't heard of anybody, dying on Diamondback. Basically it's the same restraint, except for at least on Orion, they give you a seatbelt. They give you a seatbelt. Like that's going to actually do anything. But it did make me feel a little safer. But man, they get you up there. Like they don't shoot you out like in the Flight of Fear or the stunt car ride. They don't use that thing to shoot you out, but you get up that hill quickly. It's unnerving. Do they still have the twin racers? They do still have the twin racers. They don't want, because for a while it was the twin racers and they would actually race them. That was fun. Then one would go frontwards and one would go backwards. And the backwards one was always fun. But now they both go frontwards. But they still, every once in a while, they'll start them off at the same time. But they don't race them anymore. But those are still fun roller coasters. Those are still fun roller coasters. Hold on, Black Lion. I'm going to talk about him. I want to have a little fun first and talk about something fun. Because I will not have my emotions and all that stuff all toyed with because of this guy and ruin my day. So I wanted to have a little fun talking about something a little less stressful than what happened in Jacksonville before we get to Jacksonville. So I asked people, I want to know what makes a good roller coaster to you. I told you for me, it's the speed, the hills, and the airtime. Now, some people like corkscrews and all that type of stuff. Twin racers are by far the most trash ride in the whole park. You out your mind. In terms of roller coasters, the most trash is the one, all I know is it's got the little dudes at the end. What is that? It ain't even like no hills. They don't even have a hill. You do all of this going up and then it's like, oh, how did we go up all of that time and then we just go kind of straight? What is this? But I can't think of the name of it. At the end of it, they got the little Adventure Express. Yeah, that's the most trash roller coaster. That's the most trash roller coaster. Followed by the other one, that latest one, Timbers. Mystic Timbers. That's trash too. Mystic Timbers is trash. It's okay for like kids, even though they won't let little kids on it. They wouldn't let little baby ride. She too small. Like ain't no real hill. She couldn't ride Adventure Express. I'm like, there are no hills on this. What is the fear? Italian Job is better. I would say. It's definitely better than Adventure Express. It's better than Adventure Express. I think it might be a little better than the Mystic Timbers. I'm still, me too, McConnell. I'm still a guy. I like the Beast. I still like. It's rough. It's rough. Yeah, yeah. Somebody cried. He cried on everything. He just get on the bumper cars. It's bumper cars. But why you crying? But that's a whole different issue. That's a whole different issue. She's short. But what do they think is going? There are no heels. There are no heels. I love. I like. Here's all I can pretty much do now at Kings Island. I can do the Beast. I can do all of the sit down roller coasters with a traditional seat. I can do those. Um, I can do the Viking Fury. I can do. I can do bumper cars. I can do anything where you fake driving. I can do those. I think that's about it. I think that's about it. I'm saying if it spins around, can't do it. Can't do it. Too old. And I hate it. And I hate it. I will never get another season pass. Never get another season pass. I have a terrible history, a terrible season pass history. First time I ever got a season pass. And then I'm going to move on. First time I ever got a season pass. I was married to my first wife at the time. We had 3 kids. I was so excited because, growing up, we went to Kings Island on GE Day. That was it. GE Day. That was it. I worked a lot at this point. I was working in a factory, and I worked a lot at this point now. But I could afford season passes, and it was cool because I could go whenever. So, I didn't go to work today, or I don't have to be at work until this time, or whatever. Hey, kids, we could just hop in the car and we could go to Kings Island. She could go too. Like she couldn't go. So we went up there. We got the season passes, got the gold pass, because, gotta have parking, all that stuff included. That's at that time they took pictures of you and everybody got their little pass. I was happy as a ride enthusiast and proud as a father and a husband. I don't know why, but I was proud. Like I did something for my family. We can go to Kings Island whenever we want. That was a big deal for me. Got the season passes, went home, sit down. We had gone to Kings Island, had a good time. I'm happy about the season passes. My then wife at the time says, "Oh, I guess you happy now. You got season passes to Kings Island." And she said it with such a nasty, and I'm like, why are you saying that like that? Like, that's a good thing. Because now you can take some bitch to Kings Island with you. Like, what? Who was even thinking about that? Why would that be the first thing that pops into your mind? What is wrong with you? Then you take some bitch to Kings Island. I got a season pass to take you and the kids. And she threw her season pass down. I don't even want that little punk ass season pass. You can give it to your bitch. Keep in mind, I hadn't cheated on her. I hadn't even thought about it. I didn't even have time to. So I was like, what in the world? I can't even enjoy my happiness over my season pass somehow validates your belief that I'm cheating. And how is my season pass going to allow me to take some bitch to Kings Island? Your picture is on there. She got to look like you. Why would I cheat with somebody that looked like you? If I'm gonna cheat, that bitch ain't gonna look nothing like you. There ain't gonna be no similarities. None. But she was mad as hell. She was mad as hell. And for probably about 20 minutes, it ruined my entire season pass experience. And then I thought about it and I was like, fuck her. I'm going to Kings Island. And I told the kids we going in the morning and they was happy like, hey. And she was really mad. I never understood it. I was just wondering, did he get caught cheating? No. No. It was just some really random, weird nonsense. Really random and really weird. Chelsea, who's my niece, by the way, said, remember when she ignored me? I do. I remember. That was terrible and hilarious all at the same time. Oh, it was terrible and hilarious. Did she go with y'all? No, she was mad. So me and the kids went and had a ball. Now, I tell you, I said I'm going to move on from this, but I'll tell you, the only person, like, if Mrs. Livingston right now thought I was cheating, she might have a leg to stand on. Whoa, hold on. Let me explain. Every time I take the little baby over one of my sister's house, the little baby come home and she tells what I did to Mrs. Livingston. But the way she tells it, not, I went over Aunt Nita's house. I went over Aunt Fran's house. She always says, grandfather took me over his friend's house and she was really nice. Like, no, little baby, that is not the way you say that. That is not the way you say that. Grandfather took me over his friend's house and she was really nice to me. She gave me cookies. What? What? Why are you saying that like that? Say Aunt Fran. Say Aunt Nita. I mean, like, what? Why would you say it like that? She does it every time. Oh, we were out with me and grandfather. We were at the store and we saw his friend. And they hugged each other. And then she bought me some candy. Like, why would you say that like that? So if Mrs. Livingston was like, oh, you just want to take your bitch to Kings Island, then, okay, she might, it's my friend. It's my friend. No, this is my sister. It's her aunt. But for whatever reason, she won't say it like that. All right. Let's see. What else we got? Let's talk about this guy. Get from the good stuff. From the good stuff to the bad stuff. Hold on, how do I exit full screen? In Jacksonville, Florida, for those of you who don't know, tragedy happened in Jacksonville, Florida. A man walked into a Dollar General and shot people. He walked into a Dollar General and shot people. A man wearing a mask and firing a weapon and blazing with a swastika gunned down 3 black people Saturday in a racist attack in Jacksonville, Florida. The shooter, who had also posted racist writings, then killed himself. Ryan Palmetto, 21, who lived in neighboring Clay County with his parents. Uh, Sheriff Walter said Palmetto had been involved in a 2016 domestic violence incident that did not lead to an arrest and was involuntarily committed for a 72-hour mental health examination the following year. Palmetto used two guns, a Glock handgun and, of course, AR-15 semi-automatic rifle. They say that the weapons were legally purchased. Who were the victims? Angela. That's that little thing. I'm going to get him, though. Angela Michelle Carr, 52, was shot in her car outside. Store employee AJ Legary, I might be pronouncing that wrong, 19, who was shot as he tried to flee. And customer Gerald Gallion, 29, who was shot as he entered the store. No one else was injured. What motivated the attack? They say racism. During the attack, Paul Meter, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, texted his father and told him to break into his room and check his computer. There, the father found a suicide note, a will, and racist writings from his son. The family notified authorities, but by then, the shooting had already begun. Officials say there were writings to his family, federal law enforcement, and at least one media outlet. At least one of the guns had swastikas painted on it. Sheriff Waters said that the shooter made clear in his writings that he hated black people. So that's pretty much the gist of the story. Some guy who hated black people went to, I think at some point beforehand, he had went to the campus of an HBCU, and he ended up going to the Dollar General, and he shot 3 people. Somebody out in their car, an employee, and somebody coming into the store. Right? Is that what I read? Angela was shot outside. AJ was shot. He was the employee. He was shot trying to run. And Gerald, who was shot as he came into the store. I don't really know what to say about it. Now, look, I know I listen. And, you always going to have some people are, well, I don't know why y'all always trying to bring race into it. Well, I mean, he had writings talking about how he hated black people. If this ain't racially motivated, if race is not a part of this story, then what story is it a part of? I think sometimes some of our people, some black people, are like super sensitive about race. Because I don't know. I think maybe they've been tricked, or they don't necessarily have to have been tricked. They could just have that mentality of, you can't use race as a crutch, and you can't, race ain't the reason for everything, and why everything got to be about race. But in some cases, it's about race. Everybody want to play the race card. If you want to call it a card, this is one of them cases where you can play the race card. If the dude say, I want to kill some black people because I hate black people, and you running around talking about why everything got to do with race, I don't know what to say to you. This one had something to do with race. And if we can't talk about race in this case, when can we talk about race? Look, look, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that us talking about race is going to stop racists from being racist. It's probably not. We talk about a lot of stuff. We just talked about roller coasters. That ain't going to make roller coasters no safer. Sometimes you talk about the subject at hand. But I'm hearing, I was listening to Raven Monday as she filled in for Lincoln Ware. And I thought she did a really good job. And at least one, but I think at least two people called her like, well, why are we talking about race? What about black on black crime? Hold on. Just so that I understand the mentality there. A racist white dude went into a Dollar General, allegedly, specifically to shoot black people because he hates black people. And what we should be talking about is black on black crime. I want somebody to make that make sense to me. And I try to, twist my mind to get the logic of that. All right. A racist white dude specifically sets out to kill black people. He goes to a store and he does that. He kills black people. Therefore, the problem that illustrates is that black on black crime is bad. Logically, I can't get there. Look, if we talk about black on black crime, I'm only using the term because people like to use the term. And it sounds crazy to some people to say, why are we talking about black on black crime? Why ain't we talking about any other kind of crime? I listen to white talk radio a lot, believe it or not. And I hear them when they talk about stuff. When they talk about people having committed crimes against other people, and they never refer to it as white on white crime. They just refer to it as crime. And I know that's a sticking point for some people. It's a sticking point for some people. The reason that I think that it's important to point that out is because, see, I think when you talk about black on black crime, all right, let me define it first. I guess black on black crime is a crime by a black person against a black person. Is that fair to say? As, plain of a definition as a black person committed a crime against another black person. And we call that black on black crime. This nation calls that black on black crime. Right? Right? That's what we call it. Okay. What do this nation call it when a white person commit a crime against a white person? You watch news like I do. You watch the news like I do. The reason I think they don't call it white on white crime is because, as I've said many times, they don't want to paint themselves as criminals. They just want to acknowledge that a crime happened. Because if you start talking about every crime that a white person commits against another crime, and you start calling it white on white crime, you're saying that white people commit crimes. We all know white people commit crimes, but when you throw it out there like that, it means something. And it gives white people potentially a complex. See, I believe all of this stuff is strategic too. I believe all this stuff is strategic as well. I just don't necessarily know that I agree that the strategy is what some other people think that the strategy is. Some of the strategy is to give us a complex about us, to get us to a point where we think negatively about ourselves. Because if you can get a man to think negatively about himself, it's kind of hard for him to rise above because he thinks that himself, like, he thinks that he's bad. Sometimes it's inherently bad. Like, I'm black. What else am I going to do? This is what black people do. And to get black people to talking negatively about themselves and spread that, I think it's strategic. I do. I think it's strategic. Could we claim mental insanity as people do to black on black crime? Are we insane? How do we get there? I don't think we can claim to be insane. But I think that is an excuse that people make for other people. I think that's even an excuse. I don't want to say an excuse. That's a reason that people have given for potentially why this person held these feelings and beliefs and committed these crimes. See, we won't say, like, all right, here we go. These guys got in this car. Y'all remember not too long ago, we saw video drive by. And some people actually raised the question. I heard it with my own ears. Couldn't these guys just be mentally ill? And maybe that's why they do the stuff that they do. They fall into a life of crime because they're mentally ill. And it's like, oh, y'all making excuses for these people. These kids ain't no mentally ill. They just doing what they want to do because they can get away with it. There ain't no mental illness to it. They just do what they want to do so they can get away with it. And they know the community ain't going to do nothing. And the community ain't going to say nothing. And it ain't no mental illness. That's just they badass kids. They parents need to step up and do something about it and blah, blah, blah. All of that stuff. All of that stuff happens. So when our people commit an act of violence, a crime. And people always, well, you know what they about to say, mental illness. You know they about to say mental illness. Like, we take that off the table. It's off the table. No, you can't say mental illness. Why? What person in their right mind would just drive by shooting out of a window kind of indiscriminately? Somebody who parents didn't raise them right. Somebody who, okay. I'm not going to argue that. So then this guy goes down and he shoots up the place. And, well, you know he was mentally ill. Why do he get mentally ill? Well, it was a 72-hour hold. And you could lock up anybody on an involuntary 72-hour hold. Just nobody did it. He wasn't, like, diagnosed with some mental illness. Why do he get the mental ill excuse? Okay, hold on. The thing is, it's on my. He flying around my microphone. He flew away. He didn't fly into it. I'm going to get him. But anybody can be locked up. But this guy, built-in excuse, it's mental illness. It's not necessarily racism. He just kind of got in with a bad group, maybe. He, maybe he just, he was just a follower, maybe. Maybe mental illness, maybe. But it wasn't necessarily, this ain't necessarily racial. It's got a lot of different components that it could be. And I'm like, I can't be the only one who's noticing this. Black people commit crimes. They just some damn criminals. Their parents wasn't no good. They wasn't raised right. They ain't got no morals. They ain't got no values. The community ain't holding them accountable. Their parents need to be held accountable. Um, all of that stuff. We can think of 100 different reasons why black people just bad, and something need to be done. A white person does it. Mental illness, maybe. The need to belong. Want to be a follower. Well, he said he did it because he don't like black people. But he mentally ill, so it ain't really race, it's mental illness. And he probably only didn't like black people because he was, trying to be a part of a group. He was a follower. All right. Are these same people calling for this guy's parents to be charged with whatever you would charge those young people's parents? He was 21. He was living at home. They should have knew, right? If black parents should know, shouldn't white parents know? Again, look. I'm not trying to say even necessarily that I disagree that it could be mental illness. I just don't understand why it can't be mental illness when it's black people. If it can be mental illness when it's white people, why can't it be when it's black people? Or if we want to hold the parents and the community responsible when it's black people, why can't we hold the parents and the community responsible when it's white people? Why can't we have the same standard? I'm for the same standard. I am. I'm for the same standard. Pick one. Pick one. And then let's apply it to everybody. No person in their right mind would just shoot and kill some people. That's mental illness. Bet. But they did a drive-by. No person in their right mind would just drive through and shoot some people. It's mental illness, right? No parents is living in the same house with their kids, and their kids is doing stuff that's detrimental to the community, and they don't know about it. And if you don't know about it, then you should be held responsible. Bet. He lived in the house with his mama and his daddy. How did they not know about it? And shouldn't they be held responsible? But for whatever reason, we got excuses. Let me, because I'm saying excuses, but I don't even really mean excuses. All I really mean is the fact that a racist white dude walked into a Dollar General, and because he hates black people, he targeted black people to shoot and kill them. And somehow that turns into a conversation about black on black crime. You like, what the? We're not going to talk about hate in America? That seems like a better conversation to kind of spring forth from this situation. Hate in America, racism in America. No, that would be irresponsible, right? Because then that builds in excuses for black people. And black people can't have no excuses. Either we all mentally ill when we commit crimes or we not. Either our parents, if we live at home, our parents are responsible, or if we live at home, our parents are not. All right, I know. Different situations, Emanuel, like he was 21. Some of these guys be like in their teens. Some of them don't, though. Some of them don't. And what's the ploy? I'll be reading comments. And this is all a distraction. This is all a distraction to keep us distracted from what's really going on. Okay, what's really going on? Tell me, what is this distracting us from? What should we be talking about that we're not talking about other than bad about black people? What should we be talking about that this is distracting us from? Like, we was talking about it on Friday, and they was like, uh-oh, they on to something. Hey, go kill some black people at the Dollar General. Like, why do I have to do that? They own to something, and if they keep talking about this, they gonna fix it. Go. He's like, all right, I got to go. And go kill some black people. Like, oh man, we was right on the precipice of solving the problem. What were we talking about that they had to distract us from in this way? We was right there. We too distracted to remember. That's what it is. Too distracted to remember. Look, y'all, this is the way this stuff go. It might not be the way it should go, but this is the way that this stuff go. Something happens. It makes the news. Wait, Emanuel, why do that make the news? It's a plan. Okay, it's a plan. Something happens and it makes the news. And people talk about it. Until, either they get tired of talking about it or until something else happens. There are some people who are fixated on certain issues. If you are an anti-abortion person, you are not talking about being anti-abortion because this dude shot some people in Dollar General. You still laser focused on that. You looked at it and you was like, oh, damn, that's sad. All right, let's sue Ohio because we want the language changed in this abortion thing. Let's figure that out. If you are, you name it. Name it. Like I'm breast cancer awareness. You ain't like, oh, I guess we can't talk about breast cancer awareness because this guy did shoot some people at Dollar General. No. The breast cancer awareness ball is still being planned for October. You're still making calls. All of that. Who is getting distracted? Now, those of us who watch the news, focus on whatever it is that we choose to focus on, for whatever reason, maybe you could say we're distracted. It was a plan, see? All the networks covered it. All right. You might have me there. It's a plan by the networks to get, I'm not included in this, just for the record, to get thought leaders to be focused on this so that they won't be focused on what? On what? Like I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm not even trying to be funny. I want to know, what are we being distracted from so we can talk about it? I'm going to tell y'all something that some people won't tell y'all. Because for whatever reason, it don't, fall in line with their beliefs. For some reason, it doesn't fall in line with their beliefs. Racism exists here in America. There literally are people who don't like you. I was listening to Wyatt today. And I'm not bashing Wyatt. I was listening to Wyatt today, and at one point he asked a question. And when he was asking the question, I felt bad for my answer. He asked, and it was a little bit of a setup to it, but he asked something along the lines of, when you out and about, are you looking over your shoulder for the man, for the police? And I was like, yes, yes, yes. And he was like, but if you ain't doing nothing wrong, then, you know what I'm saying, you ain't got to worry about it. You ain't living that lifestyle. You ain't got to worry about it. And I was thinking, I don't know that I've ever committed a crime. I've driven faster than the speed limit. You know, stuff like that. I ain't never robbed nobody. I ain't never, beat nobody. Definitely ain't never killed nobody or assaulted nobody. I don't know that I've ever committed a crime. But I've been beat down by the police. Not out of no fear, because right now, I'm still only 5'5". 190 pounds maybe. So I'm a short fat dude. Police ain't scared of me. And at the time, I was 16. I remember I had just got my driver's license, driving my daddy's Buick LeSabre. So if I was 16, I was all of, 5'3", 90 pounds? They wasn't worried about that. So why would I drive around looking over my shoulder? Now, I've been pulled over a number of times for doing nothing wrong, and I wasn't beat down, but that still don't give me any comfort, because I was still pulled over for nothing. This is legitimate what was said to me. You're looking like you want somebody to pull you over, so I'm pulling you over. Redding and Seymour, driving a Chevy Chevette, blue, with a luggage rack and a faulty floorboard. I didn't know at that time. Am I looking over my shoulder for the police? Hell yeah. Always. On 75, doing the speed limit. Because that Corvette, I believe it was a Corvette, I know it was yellow, went past me so fast, it scared me. And I looked down, and I was going the speed limit. And I was thinking, how fast is he going? And then I get pulled over. You know how fast you were going? Yes, I do, as a matter of fact. Only reason I know is because that Corvette, that yellow Corvette that went past me, scared me, and I looked at my speedometer. So yes, I do know how fast I was going. Get out the car. We don't check the car for drugs. Do we have your permission? No. Why wouldn't you give us your permission if ain't no drugs in the car? Because I don't want y'all searching my car. I'll take a speeding ticket. I wasn't speeding, but give me the ticket. I'll fight it. We'll see what happens. Oh, we gonna search your car. Why would you want to search my car? I'm driving a Nissan. Was it a Stanza or a Sentra? Can't remember. A little Nissan Sentra. My car won't go as fast as that car was going if you gave me 12 miles to get up to that speed. I just couldn't do it. What did you clock me at? Conveniently, we stopped talking about the speed. And we start talking about whether or not I have drugs. Well, give me your driver's license. I gave him my driver's license. And when he came out the car, he was like super shocked. You don't have a record. No, I don't. Well, if you don't have a record, why wouldn't you want us to search your car? What? Y'all, this is all actual stuff that happened that was said to me. Now, this time I was on 75 going south right in front of GE. Latino cop. I don't remember his name. Usually people who don't want us to check them for drugs, they got records and that. But some of us just don't want y'all going through my car. And am I looking over my shoulder for the police? Yes. Yes. And I ain't doing nothing wrong. When I see the white man, do I think, he looking at me like, well, yeah. Depending on who the white man is in the situation. Yes. I think there's a possibility that that dude might not like me. So I'm aware of my surroundings. If I'm getting shot, I'm going to be like these people. I'm going to be one of the ones who was trying to flee, or one of the ones who was unsuspecting, just coming into Dollar General to pick up, I don't know, a float for the little baby girl because we going swimming. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be one of these people. Because if it's any, like, whoa, that dude looks suspicious. Keep my eye on him. What looks suspicious about him? I can't really put it into words. But something looks suspicious about that dude. We ain't going in there. Yes. I don't know if that makes me a bad person. I don't know if that makes me a bad person. But yes, I keep my head on a swivel for police, for sketchy looking white dudes, and for sketchy looking black dudes. Of course, everybody else too. Sketchy looking people. Yes, I do. Now, I don't worry too much about black people. I ain't out here. I don't know if this is old. Oh, I'm sorry. CK, I missed your call. You can call back. I'll get you. I don't know if this word is old or not, but I'm not out here flossing. Right? I have a little Honda Pilot. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see how I dress. I'm jeans and a t-shirt. Ain't nobody looking at me like, I bet that ain't got money. Let's rob him. People probably looking at me like, I wonder if he gonna ask me for some money when he walk by. You know what I'm not worried about black people doing nothing to me. I'm not a threat to them. And I don't have something that they want. Again, I still keep my head on swivel just because they people. They people. Hold on, let me see if I can get CK in here. CK?
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Livingston?
I'm doing good. You?
Man, praise God. I was listening to your commentary on your show today about the black on black crime.
About crime?
Yeah, you were saying like they always try to throw up. How you gonna try to switch the subject when y'all get racist on us? Like, come on now, we got to do. Don't you hate when people do that? Like, no, stick to the subject. They try to switch it to what about the black? Oh no, what about this racist crime? you know, the white on black crime
Well,
at Dollar General.
here's what I think is happening for some people. I think what happens for some people, and I think it's genuine. Like, I don't think it's to pull the wool over our eyes. I think genuinely what happens is they're thinking, this ain't their language, but this is an old school saying that people used to say, we got bigger fish to fry. We got more stuff to worry
Yep.
about than the occasional racist dude hunting down and killing black people. So if we could get stuck talking about that and then not deal with the issues that are actually going on where we live. And I believe that is
Mm-hmm.
like from a good hearted place in their minds.
50%. I'll say half and half. Not all. Some of them just want to talk about the black. They don't want to discredit they oppressor.
I don't know if I would say half and half, but I can't debate that.
Yeah, man, because like you said, you just going in the Dollar General to get your grandbaby a tube, what they call it, tire tube, what they call them thing, inner tube.
I
For
just call it a floaty.
Swimming. The floaty. I'm going to get the ducky floaty, the little yellow floaty, and then I get killed by this racist white man. You know what I mean? Now what? Come on now. I don't want to die like that, man. You know what I mean? You going to do something, and that's going to make it even worse. Like, we was about to go swimming, and Grandpa got shot at Dollar. Like, it don't even, like, what the hell? It's like, it don't make no sense. You know what I mean? It's like, why are you going to kill me just coming to get, hold on, brother, hold on. Can we talk first?
No.
They said he talked him out of one.
No, he can't, because apparently he has mental illness and a desire to fit in, and he's a follower. And okay, yeah, he might not like black people too, but the most important part is that he got mental illness and he desired to fit in, and he's a follower.
And you notice the most stuff they hate us for, they do the same thing. Like, hold on. So when we do it, it's bad, but when y'all do it, hey, when they do it, they bring us up. So if you bring up white on white crime, they're going to start talking about, well, what about the black on black crime? Hold on. We talking about this white on white crime now. But when you, okay, this is what I'll be telling you when I be struggling with suicide. Just take yourself out, man. What is you going to, that's some coward sucker stuff to kill some innocent people and then take yourself out. I mean, what you think about that, man? What you really think about that? You killing innocent people you don't even know, Joe Blow, for nothing, Gerald. You say they killed Gerald.
Yeah, I don't believe people should harm people. You know, I think I'm very much on record as being nonviolent. So I don't think anyone should harm any other human, right? Or, animal even.
Right.
But I don't know. I don't really, it kind of starts and ends right there. If you don't, let me be honest, if you don't like black people, for example, in this example, I don't like black people for whatever reason. I want to see black people wiped off the face of the earth. I guess in your mind, it might make some sense to go kill some black people.
Ooh. Nah, don't do it. Listen, I don't think you should do it because, look, you just going through a thing, just chill out for a little bit, you know what I mean? Cool out, because now, people do that because, okay, they be struggling to kill themselves. So now they like, I'm going to put myself in such a jam where I got to kill myself. It's still hard, but he went on and did it. But just cool out. If you just would have let that pass, man, he would have been cool. He could have just, he could have called your show. He can talk to you about it. That would have been better than going to Dollar General killing innocent people, right?
No doubt.
Just go, talk it out, dialogue. Don't load up the gun. And I mean, it's just cowardly, man. It's just cowardly. Don't do that, man. You know what I mean? If you having a bad day, oh well, man. This too shall pass. You know, I've been depressed and stuff, but never have I thought about taking innocent people out. You know, innocent people are the people that help you fix your life. Am I lying? You could meet somebody and they can help you fix your life.
I agree.
The same person you murdered,
I agree.
he gonna be up there. Well, he ain't going to heaven, but if he get to talk to Gerald, the victim will tell him like, brother, listen, all you had to do was holler at me. You ain't had to murder me. I was just going to get my grandbaby a floaty. I mean, just to die that senseless. Have some meaning behind it, and it's like, and it happens so much. It's like, how long before these people are forgotten, or do you think they'll never be forgotten because of what happened?
I mean, they won't be forgotten by their loved ones, but
Mm-hmm.
that's really about it.
Oh, you said, but the general public will forget all about Gerald walking through that store and getting killed like that?
Well, they won't forget about it in the sense that people, for the most part, won't. Well, with time, yes, people will forget about this specific incident. Um, but Gerald's name is probably not going to become a household name. He's not going to become a George Floyd. And even though George Floyd's name is a little bit of a household name, when people talk about George
Mm-hmm.
Floyd, for the most part, people ain't really thinking about George Floyd the person. That's just,
Right,
I don't,
right.
that's just not the way that it happens. The whole thing is just really tragic.
Yeah, and that's what I mean, man. Like, if you having a bad day, don't. I mean, what sense do it make to load up the guns and all that? Listen, your guns is for protection, not to go out there, and what terrorize people.
Or for
You know
sport.
what I mean? We live in a Yeah, for sport. Yeah, you right. You right for sport also. Target practice and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But don't go to the store to murder innocent people because that could happen. And that could have been me or you. Like you said, everybody go to the store to get their baby a floaty. You know what I mean? Everybody, you might stop in there and get some what they got in there, the ramen noodles, and get pop. You know what I mean? Don't I don't think you should kill innocent people. I think he would have been better off just talking to somebody. Because I don't really think he had to kill himself, man. We don't really know what he was going through. Maybe he did have to kill himself, but don't bring other people into your trauma. Now he done terrorized families. Now multiple families is devastated by what this white man did to the black people.
Yeah.
And
All
did
right.
you hear that he let the white people go?
I didn't, but I wouldn't be shocked by it.
Yeah. Man, he was about to kill some white folks and let them go. Let them go. Then when he went to see that, he said, "Oh yeah, I got me some black folks." What the hell? I'm saying don't never do that. You gotta talk out your problems. You know what I mean? And I hate to say this because you say it all the time. Seek counseling, fool. You a damn fool. You thinking like them kind of thoughts. That ain't gonna fix nothing.
All right.
And nobody has the right to pull it out. I don't care. LeBron James, Charlie Sheen, none of them. They cannot go out here and kill innocent people and think they gonna get away with it. You know what I mean? If you gonna commit crime, do crimes you can get away with. You ain't getting away with just shooting nobody in the store. You know what I mean? Do espionage or something. Why would you want to, take, I don't. But see, do you think it could be the Trump factor? Do you think he has an influence on some of these people that's
I'm
murdering black people?
Look, I'm sure he has an influence on a lot of people. I don't I've not heard anything to tie Trump to this guy, but of course, I haven't read his manifesto or whatever and heard where Trump may or may not have been mentioned. So, I don't know. I don't put this on Donald Trump. Even before Donald Trump,
Right.
there were racists who went out and killed people.
Yep. Tamir Rice got murdered. They were talking about that in your chat. But just remember, people that support, like you said, the guy you was talking to the other day, conservative Republicans,
Hmm.
it seems like they do have a deep resentment towards African American people. So I think it might be linked You know what I mean? Because it's a lot of hatred out here for our people. So we got to try to tell the white racist people not to murder us because, you know, nobody wants to go out like this, man. And rest in peace to Gerald and I don't know who the other victim was. How many people died too?
Well, according to this story that I'm reading, I'm seeing 3.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That's what I'm talking. 3 African Americans.
Yes.
Man, rest in peace to them, man. I appreciate you taking my call, man.
All right,
I'm
CK.
just devastated behind this news, man. Thank you.
All right. That's CK. CK say he devastated. I understand. I understand. Black Lion asked me a question. I like to answer questions. I do it as a lesson to other people. When people ask you a question, try to answer it. Oh, but I don't see it anymore. But he asked, is there ever a time for violence? Is there ever a time for violence? I think there it is. Come on, show it. I clicked on it. Yes, of course there is. Of course there is. I believe, I believe violence in defense of yourself or in defense of others is fine. Short of that, no, I don't think violence is necessary. Violence doesn't prove you're right. Violence doesn't, get rid of ideals and ideas. But in defense of yourself or others, yeah, that's when I think violence is okay. And again, that's just my opinion. That's just my little humble opinion. I don't know. I believe racism exists. I do believe there are people out there trying to hold people back. Do I believe some people break through? Yeah, I do. And I celebrate those people. I celebrate those people. But the idea that there is no one trying to hold people back, that there is no mental warfare, that there is no other types of warfare going on in this nation. I think it's misguided. And I understand a lot of people when they say it. Because look, y'all don't understand. I really do believe people, for the most part, are coming from a good place. Even when I don't agree with them. I think people, for the most part, are coming from a good place. So, where like, somebody might listen to me and feel defeated. Like, I can't make it. Racism is real. Police harass people. Black people shoot people. White people shoot people. The man is trying to hold me back. Oh, man, I might as well just give up. And if you're in that position, I wouldn't listen to me. I wouldn't listen to me. Because I'm probably just going to reinforce that. Because it's real. It exists. But somebody else might be there telling you, look, work hard. Forget all of them people who trying to hold you down. Damn them. Ignore them. Focus on the people that's trying to lift you up. And that might be what you need to succeed. So I don't believe just because people are doing that and saying that, and what although I will say it feels like it's minimizing the effect of racism, or even just the very fact that racism exists. I believe people's heart be in the right place, and there's an audience for that. Somebody need to hear that. Somebody need to see the example that this person succeeded by not focusing on all of the noise. They blocked it out. Somebody else succeeded because They focused on the noise and recognized the traps that was being set. So it takes all types. I don't understand. The part that I don't understand is this happened on Saturday. This is basically the first news day that, you're going to have your regular run of the mill Monday through Friday thought people having a discussion. And you don't want them to discuss this because somehow that's going to mess stuff up. I don't like that. I don't like that. Mary says black people need to wake up and appreciate black lives. Period. I can't disagree with that, Mary. I can't disagree with that. But everybody need to wake up and value life. Everybody need to wake up and value life. And I always feel like, and I believe you saying it from a good place, but I believe the other message that could be gotten from that is black people don't value black life. Everybody else do. Why don't black people? And that's not the case. So when I come back with everybody should value life, your message hopefully reaches who you trying to reach. But it's also going to reach people who are going to hear it and feel like, yeah, black people don't value black lives. And attribute that to a great majority of us. And that's not the case. And again, it makes us look bad in the eyes of them. Even though I know some of y'all, I don't care what they think. Again, sometimes you got to care what they think because they got guns and they can walk into Dollar General and just start shooting because they don't like you, because they have fallen for all of the propaganda that they are spreading about us. So I care what they think. But even more than that, I care what we think. And there's so many of us that have heard that so much that we genuinely believe black people don't like black people. I interact with black people a lot. And I like almost all of them. Almost all of them. I like almost all of them. I value almost every one of their lives. I value every one of their lives. I chew up the meat and spit out the bones. No. Or maybe this is me spitting out the bones. This is the bones. What I'm talking about is the bones, and I'm spitting them out loudly. So you and everybody else can hear. I'm a black man. I value black life. Every peer that I have does the same. Oh, hold on, let me grab this line. Key.
Hey, what's going on, Emanuel? How are you?
I'm doing good, and you?
All right, I'm just calling saying hey, seeing what you up to.
Hey, just, doing this little talk show thing.
Oh, okay. What's that tennis racket thing you using? Is that
It's a bug.
electric splash water?
Yeah, it's a little bug zapper.
Oh, okay. And it work pretty good?
Yeah, it works. I mean, you gotta, catch them and hit them. But yeah, it
Oh,
works pretty
okay.
good. Yeah, I just
Oh, okay.
this little
'Cause
gnat, I can't seem to catch. It's one little gnat, and I can't seem to catch him.
yeah, them nets is off the chain.
How are they getting in my house?
I know, as they see, like they coming. I thought they was coming through the window, but this bug guy claimed that they come up through the sink and say you need to pour bleach down the sink. I was like, well, why they all in the window like they come, and then they be like by the trash and stuff too. But so they claim that they come up through the sink. So
That
I
might be
don't
true.
know.
That might be true.
I don't know, but this where I stay at, they need to recaulk like all the windows and stuff need to be recaulked. So all kind of flies come through there, nets be flying through and everything. So, but I don't know. Who knows? But yeah. So you're gonna try to zap it?
He keep landing on me. I can't. He keep
I
landing on
know.
me. I ain't bothering him. If he wasn't like all up in my face, I would probably leave him alone or her. I don't know. I would probably leave it alone. But it's
Uh-huh.
all up in my face. It's done landed on my mic. I mean, I could eat it. No, I don't want to
Oh
be eating no
man.
gnats. So
Oh man, you must have had some what's it the shea butter and what's your combo?
peppermint soap.
Yeah, and the shea butter. You must get that combo on or something.
No, I don't.
You the
It's funny that you bring
aphrodisiac
it
for the
up.
net.
Mrs. Livingston was just talking about that just the other day. Like,
Oh my goodness, she want it,
I'm
huh?
gonna just say she brought it up.
Okay. And I'm pretty sure you was like, well, let me bring it out.
Hey, hey, can't say no.
You a mess, but yeah, I didn't want to. I was just kind of saying hey, and just supporting and all that good stuff. Everybody thumbs up the live, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Hey, Anthony Prosser. So how's it going with the T-shirts and stuff? So is it you gonna make that a full-time gig, or like you say, you just trying it out, or what's the deal with the T-shirt thing?
Well, I,
Hey,
I am. Eventually, I'm gonna do it, and hopefully make a little more money at it. I'm not sure that I'm ever gonna make it a full-time thing. I'm not sure, but we'll see what happens. Just life is so busy. Like, here's what I've made up my mind after this show in September, and then I've got a thing in early October. After that, I'm gonna uncomplicate my life. I'm gonna
right.
uncomplicate my life. Like I said, I do something every day. Like
Mhm.
literally, I do something every day. Except for today, and today is the day that I use to get things done. So I'll go out and cut the grass and do all of that stuff today when I get off the air. But like on Tuesdays, I have a rehearsal. On Wednesdays, I have a Bible study. On Thursdays, I have another Bible study. On Fridays, I have a rehearsal. Saturdays, I have two separate rehearsals. Sundays, I have church. Monday is the only day. And like I said, after that's the day that I can go get everything done. And I work during the day, and then I do this show, and then I do whatever I do after the show. So to find time to make that a full-time thing is gonna be complicated with the way that my life is right now. So I have to uncomplicate some of that stuff to focus some more time on that and improve my skills. Because you can always get better. I'm actually kind of taking a class on it, and that's a whole other thing. So it's gonna be a minute, but after October, I'll be able to tell you for sure if this is a hobby or or I guess I should say a side hustle or potentially a career.
Okay, well, don't cut out the afternoon experiment now. If you make it a career, you gotta still keep us, you know, we still gotta have some talk, some kind of talk going on,
I
Emmanuel.
I will see what I can
Come on,
keep
y'all, to
happening.
comment in the chat. Tell them don't be trying to put us to the sideline. Hey, Daryl Carpenter. Come on, Raven. Tell them don't be trying to put us to the sideline. Now, okay, so that's what I need everybody to do. We need to keep watching his videos. We need to get on him more so he can make videos and get on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. Come on, y'all people, spam him up because it sounds like if he make that a full-time gig, he gonna cut us off, y'all. So come on, we need somebody to interact with and comment with and jig with.
We'll just see what happens. The time
No,
might have to.
ain't
No
no see what
time.
happened.
The
You
time
can't do
might.
that to us.
The time might have to shift or something like that if there ever comes a time when it becomes something more, which it again. I mean I do okay with it right now as a side hustle. I do okay with it. I think, in all honesty, even with what I do just right now, I think I could quit this other gig and Even if I said I'm gonna quit the bands and quit this other gig, I think even what I'm doing right now as a side hustle
Mhm.
could pay my bills.
Right.
So
But this can pay your bills too. That's why I'm trying to get everybody to spam it up. Hey, Miss Brenda Early, come on, tell him. Miss Brenda Early. Who else be getting you? Miss LaDonna, AP. Come on, Sierra. Come on,
look,
everybody spam
look,
him up.
Key, I'm telling you, I do this for one reason.
I
And
know, but
and I
I'm
mean
telling
I
you,
do this
we.
for one reason. The only reason that I do this. When I left, I say left like it was voluntary. When I was terminated from the radio station,
I
I
know.
had no intention on doing this at
I
all.
know.
And
I
people
know.
said,
See. Cause
hey,
you thought
people
you ain't
send
had
me
no love. You
messages.
thought you ain't had no supporters like that. But
And
look,
people
look,
said,
look
hey,
at us.
keep going. We want to,
Right.
enjoy your show. That's the only reason I do it. So if I ever decide to not do it, I will let y'all know well in
Emmanuel,
advance.
come on, don't do us like that. See, that's what I'm saying. See that? No, I know you're gonna let us know when you ain't gonna do it, but then you're gonna break our hearts because who we gonna have our banter with and all that good stuff and
There's
all that
plenty
jazz.
of people
No,
to banter with.
nobody can do it like you, Emmanuel, with your sarcasm, your facial expressions,
Me sarcastic.
your shea butter and peppermint oil. You know what I mean? Your grandbaby and stuff. Your story, your brother. You need to bring him back on there, or whatever. So that's why I'm trying to get everybody to spam up and subscribe, support, so you can get monetized. And then once you see that you can make this a hobby as well and to pay all your bills, you cut out everything, but just being with your grandbaby and being on here, then you'll see like, oh, okay, Key knew what she was talking about,
Well,
or whatever.
it ain't really y'all that keeps this just a hobby. Like if I really, again, if I downsized a whole lot of outside stuff in my life and really just focused on making this something, I really do think I could do something with this. But again,
Yeah, you can't tell them Raven. Raven got her podcast up and going. Yep. The Church Girl podcast, she trying to get it back moving.
but I
Yep.
Key, I didn't say I was going anywhere. I didn't say I was going anywhere.
I know, but you ain't convincing me that it's a possibility. So I'm
Every
trying to get I'm trying to get you look in your comments to let you know that it's love out there for you. I know you were just doing it just because people kept telling you going, but I'm just letting you know when you don't be on the air, we be scrambling trying to find people to listen to
every
because we had a kind of a schedule, and when you ain't on the air, it's like okay, dang. That's why people be like, oh, you on? When sometimes when you come on out of nowhere, sometimes when you gone for a few days, they be like, oh, he here, or, oh, I missed him. Yeah.
all right. Everything is on the table, but I don't see this going anywhere. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy the interaction with the viewers, with the watchers, the listeners, the callers. I enjoy it myself. So I don't see this going anywhere. This will be around in some way, shape, or form for a long time, but I don't see it changing from what it is anytime soon.
Okay.
All right.
You just telling me that to get me off the phone, ain't it,
No,
guys?
no, I'm being
I'm just messing
100%
with you,
serious.
man.
100%. All
Well,
right.
yeah, but yeah, like I said, I like talk radio. I like the back and forth. I like listening, hearing different opinions, and then too, like with the world the way it is or whatever. Just like sometimes people need to get certain stuff off their chest to release it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
In this crazy world. So, and then sometimes you might need to get stuff off your chest just to release that you can't release it nowhere else, or you don't want to release it to nobody else, but just you know what I mean here and on your own platform. So that's all.
All right. Key, I appreciate your call.
Okay, I appreciate you. You enjoy the rest of your day. Okay.
You too.
All right.
All right. I don't know why when she's on, and this is a weird thing, I don't know why. I'm always tempted to ask her about her personal business. I wanna hook her up with somebody and know that she's having a wonderful, loving relationship. She might be right now, for all I know. But she's just so nice. I want to see nice people. Not that I want to see mean people not in a good, happy, healthy, loving relationship. But when somebody is nice to you, you really want to see them happy. But she won't tell me none of her business. So I can't hook her up. So I might know a dude or two to hook her up with. Y'all ladies know once y'all get a certain age, it's going to be difficult. See, I'm going to get in trouble. I'm not trying to be funny. I promise I'm not. Well, y'all know when y'all get a certain age, it's going to be difficult to find a good quality guy. And I might know a person or two, but I don't, without some information. And she seems like a nice person. I be wanting to hook her up with somebody. Telling y'all, I got the touch. I got the touch. What age? What age is he? What age he is referring to? 18? No, y'all know. Once y'all get up there in like the mid 30s, and up, it's much more difficult. Not saying it's impossible, but it's much more difficult for women to find a good quality man once you get up in the mid 30s, really early mid 30s and up. I'm just being honest. Why y'all fronting like I'm saying something that ain't true? Like I'm saying something that ain't true. I'm saying it's true. Are you saying day-old pie needs to be discounted? No, I didn't say anything about discount. I just said it's harder to find for women to find good quality men for a happy, healthy, loving relationship once they get to a certain age. And that's just the truth. That's just the truth. You left for a meeting and Emanuel thinking women can't get a man. That's not what I said. That's not what I said. Y'all don't want the truth. Y'all don't want the truth. I'm just telling the truth. This ain't a shot at nobody. This is not a shot at anyone. This is just the truth. At what age is it true for men? I'm not sure that it's ever true for men. I'm not sure that it's ever true for men. And don't be mad. I'm not saying that you are, Sierra, but don't be mad at me for like being honest. Look, I'm going to tell you right now. Mrs. Livingston leaves me tonight. Give me 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I could have a good quality woman. 2 weeks. I'm not necessarily saying I would move that fast, but I could. At 52, 2 weeks. It's just different. It's just different. I'm not. I'm just being honest. Y'all don't want to be. Let's not talk about it. Since I don't know even what I was just saying that I want to see Key in a happy, healthy, loving relationship if she's not already in one. That's it. She might already be in one, and the conversation is moot. I'm not telling y'all that y'all can't find a man. I'm not telling y'all can't find a man. You can find a man. Somebody will beat it up. But what about a good, healthy, happy, loving relationship? Black Lion say you must have low expectations. No. You know how many good women is out here looking for men? And I'm an alright dude. I'm an alright dude. Once you get to know me. Once you get to know me, I'm an alright dude. There's a lot of good women out here. Uh, a high quality. I don't know what that means in that context. I'm just saying a good dude. A good dude. I am not starting a dating service. I am not starting a dating service. And Jack, see Jack, and I'm certain that's not his real name. And I always say these people are playing characters on here, but the character that Jack is playing is a lot of what's out there for women. Women, once they done got serious, they done that youthful zest and beauty and all that stuff ain't there no more. And I'm not saying you're not beautiful no more. You just don't have youthful beauty because you ain't young no more. And so you can't just play dudes like whatever. I never did play dudes. Well, you missed your shot. But a lot of women, when they're young, they can just play dudes like just, whatever. She's so young, she's so fine, she's so beautiful, she's so this, she's so that. Oh, girl, okay, but I don't want you no more. I don't want you no more. I don't want you no more. Then one day you look up, and then you don't have a whole lot of dudes like, hey, girl, and you don't get a chance to say, I don't want you no more, because they like, I got what I wanted. I'm out. And you like, but what about? And they like, no, you good. I'm good. I'm good. Girl, I care about you so much that I want what's best for you, and I know that I'm not what's best for you. And so he leaves. And you sitting there like, what in the world is going on? I used to play them dudes like that. You can't play them no more. Now you sitting at home. I'm not going to say you lonely, but you sitting at home, watching Lifetime and, doing whatever, going out with your girls, whatever. But then you go home and there's nobody there. And, you might not even think about it that much, but you might, it would be nice to have somebody. Good person. You dealing with all these dudes like Jack. I'm single when I'm in a relationship. Like, you're like, I don't want that. But as a man, I can find a good woman with a good heart who's still fine, who, will accept me as the good dude that I am once she get to know me. You have to get to know me. He's so arrogant. He think he know everything. Then once you get to know me, you like, he's a good dude. Like, I really enjoy being around him. I enjoy talking to him. I enjoy laughing with him. He makes everything fun. Can I tell y'all what I told Mrs. Livingston? One of the things that I told her. I won't say to win her over because I was just being honest. I'm the most honest person probably that you'll ever meet in your life. I told her this. I said, I'm going to tell you this. I don't make no whole lot of money and none of that kind of stuff. I can't give you the world. I can't. I'll make sure that you have everything that you need. And I'll do my best to give you what you want. You'll always have a good time when you're with me. We will laugh and have fun. The one thing, though, that I can tell you, where I fall short in other areas, is there will never be a day, an hour, a minute, a second, where you will wonder, does he love me? You will know. Nobody will ever be able to convince you any different. You will know every day, every hour, every minute, every second of the rest of your life that I love you, that I'm on your team, that I'm your cheerleader, that I got your back 100%. Again, I can't promise all that other stuff, but that you will never question again. And I'll try to, live up to that. I try to live up to that. So, again, it ain't always about all that other stuff. It ain't, if I need it, I don't want to. But as a man, it's not hard. It's not hard. How many good women out here just want to be good women to a good man? When were you a lot of young women, E-Man, playing dudes like that? I never was, but I saw it. I saw it. Sierra says, actually, a lot of young men are finding themselves single because of poor social/emotional skills. I'm not talking about young men. I'm talking about older men, mature men. And they're not as plentiful as good women. That's just the truth. Did you tell her about your ED issues? That has never been a problem. That has never been a problem. E-Man, is there any good men looking for good women? Well, women are plenty. Plenty. It don't take that hard to find. You don't have to put in a whole lot of work to find a good woman. That's a compliment, women. Why are women upset because I'm complimenting y'all? So many good women out there, it ain't hard to find them. Throw a rock in the crowd, you go hit a good woman. They're plentiful. Women be mad. How dare he say that it's a lot of good women out here? Like, it's a compliment to you. It's a compliment. They be mad. They be mad. You're saying, I can't find a good man. I could find a good man if I wanted a good man. I just don't want a good man. Right. 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 You don't want one. Right. Right. Now y'all mad, offended. All right, y'all. I got to get out of here. I didn't mean to make nobody mad. I was just thinking about, Key being a nice woman, but she won't share none about her personal life, so I could hook her up with a good dude. She might have one. That's it. That's all I was doing. What age do men find it hard? That they don't. Because there's so many of y'all. In abundance. No, Blade, this is not a V-neck t-shirt. How do you think this is a V-neck t-shirt? There is no V. It's all up on my neck. Come on, Blade. Maybe I'm sitting. Does this look like a V-neck t-shirt to any non-nocturnal people? Does this shirt look like a V-neck? All right, y'all. No, it doesn't. That was just you just didn't have nothing else to say. I'm not gonna be like Lincoln with the eyelashes on the car mat. But that was just stupid. You really didn't have nothing else to say. But is that a V-neck T-shirt? That's all you had. Did you really think I was gonna? You thought I was gonna do a Lincoln? You gonna ask me? Do I have on a V-neck? How ridiculous can you be? Like, no, I'm not gonna get all mad and upset. I'm not. That don't work on me. You got to work a little bit harder than that. Why was Lincoln so mad? Oh, he was heated about the eyelashes on his car. Oh, Blade tried to Lincoln wear me. It don't work like that. Stop it. Stop it. Oh. All right, y'all. I got to get out of here. He tried to Lincoln wear me about a V-neck. I wear V-necks, by the way. Every once in a while, I come in with a V-neck T-shirt on. That's not offensive to me. You got to find something that's offensive. Oh, Lincoln wear has eyelashes on his car. What? What? Why would you ask such a stupid question? Oh, that don't work on me, but it was funny. All right. Look, it's been the afternoon experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. I appreciate everybody who took some time out of your day to spend with me. Hopefully, I helped you make it through the rest of your work day or whatever. You got to smile and maybe thought about something. Maybe had a thought about something. Um, Why would he be mad at me? I didn't say it. I just didn't know why that made him as mad. The level of anger was not proportional to the comment. It's been the afternoon experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. If you out and about today and you interact with people, do it for me. Be the reason somebody smiles today, all right? Till next time, I'm out, y'all. Peace.